Well, let's indeed go straight to the federal capital at this stage, where we'll be taking a look at the half marathon. All roads certainly will lead to the federal capital. We've seen different marathons in Nigeria. But then the half marathon in the federal capital is indeed the talking point of the country today. And definitely, I understand that from the federal capital at this stage, we are having Nadeem Khan, the President, International Association of Ultrarunners, who joins us on the show. It's nice to have you on the program, Nadeem Khan.
Come here and talk a little bit about running, and thank you so much for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Well, interesting. Well, Nadeem, I am in Lagos, and I can assure you that from what we've been able to hear, some participants will indeed be arriving in the federal capital, tonight, and definitely we expect one interesting half marathon event. But let's take a look at your assessment of marathon races in Nigeria. Let's start with that.
I mean, absolutely, and I've been to your wonderful city a bunch of times for the Lagos City Marathon, and I've actually seen road running and marathon running come up from nothing basically over the last 10 years. I mean, Lagos City Marathon will be hitting 10 years next year, so it's a big anniversary, not just for the city, but Nigeria as well. That's a huge accomplishment. And with having one of the top-notch labels from the World Athletics, that's quite the kudos for the Lagos Marathon. But yes, absolutely. I mean, over the years, I've seen a number of participants participating in mass races. That's really, really good for healthy living, lifestyle, fitness for the whole country of Nigeria. But I also seen increase in the caliber of athletes, the elite athletes that are coming in, which are actually helping developing the sport in Nigeria as well, and helping some of the top-notch Nigerian athletes compete with the best in the world. So it not only helps the entire mass running population, but also elevates the status of those elite runners who are trying to be as good as they can against the best in the world.
Well, Nadeem, from what you've said, are you trying to say that one way or the other, back in Nigeria, we're indeed closing the gap between what you've experienced and seen in Lagos and other parts of the country and what we see from the Boston Marathon and the likes? Are we closing the gap? Definitely.
Well, you're bringing some of the top marathons in the world. And those have been around forever. Lagos is going to be hitting 10 years next year. So it's still in the stage of infancy, but it's still growing. And it's growing by leaps and bounds. I mean, it was one of the fastest marathons in the world to get a bronze label, to get a silver label, to get a gold label. So it has definitely exceeded a lot of the expectations that are out there. But at the same time, I mean, it does have a little bit ways to go when it comes to decreasing that gap with Boston, Chicago, London, for instance, which happens to be this weekend, right? So let's keep that aside, but talk a little bit more about how far the marathon itself has come, and not only in the country of Nigeria and the city of Lagos, but the continent of Africa as well. And it happens to be one of the top-notch marathons, and we'll be seeing some really good racing here tomorrow as well at the half marathon here in Abuja.
All right. It's often said that sports is a way of indeed showcasing what a country can offer, to the world. Talk about the Australian Open, talk about the World Cup and all that. And when we take a look at what marathon races are like in Africa and Nigeria today, what do you make of Nigeria having marathon races and trying to showcase what the country is all about?
Absolutely, and that is what keeps bringing me back to the continent of Africa, is the hospitality. And I see the best of hospitality of the city itself when I am in a car driving around the marathon course. I mean, the best of the marathons take you through the best of the sights of a city. I mean, what is the better way to experience the culture, the tradition, the languages, the sounds and the smells of any culture is to be out on the road with the masses. And marathon is just one fantastic event where you can get through all the different sites of a city while you're on foot, running with your friends, with your families, with other competitors, and trying to do the best you can. So it's not a race against each other. For a lot of the people, it's a race against themselves, trying to beat the time they have had. And Lagos happens to be one of the greatest cities in the world where you get to experience those sights and sounds. And I've been through the Abuja course as well, and it's not going to leave anything out of people's minds, where they are going to be seeing a lot of the great sights here in the city of Abuja as well.
Nadeem Khan, President, International Association of Ultrarunners. I must say a very big thank you for indeed joining us on the program Sports Desk, and I'm sure definitely you were enjoying your time in the federal capital, Abuja.
Thank you for always welcoming me, and I wish your listeners all the very best as well. Thank you so much.
All right, definitely Nadeem Khan there talking about the half marathon. So anywhere you are, you must indeed get to see the half marathon in Abuja tomorrow. That's on Saturday. But